Hey, it's Julie, and this is the Do Business Like a Woman show. How are you today? So, here we are again, and I'm really excited for this week because we're doing step one in the Warrior S framework, which is land in your power, claim your confidence, and get visible. So, it's one of my favorite steps. Well, to be honest, they're all my favorite steps, but this is an important one. So, if you are brand new to our community, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I'm Julie, the founder of Do Business Like a Woman and this community. And this is really set up to help you get a steady stream of clients, to help you implement a process that is about connecting with people, serving people, and making lots and lots of money along the way. So if that sounds good, you are in the right place and welcome. If you've been here lots of times before, I'm glad you're here too. As ever, leave me a comment. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Give me a little hello. I love, love, love receiving your comments. And I love to see who's live. So drop me a hello in the comments if you're on the replay. It is hashtag replay. And please do give the video a heart or a like because it helps more people see it. And it helps me as well. So please go ahead and do that. I appreciate you. Okay, so we are talking about landing in your power, claiming your confidence, and getting visible. So, hi, Laurie, good to see you. From, does it say Alberto? I can't see it. It's underneath a bit of text, but good to see you again. Hope you're having a great morning. So, this is step one in the Warrior S framework, which is my 5-step process for getting a steady stream of clients. Now, what's super interesting about this step is I always say it's the most woo-woo step of all of them because the next 4, which you've already seen, are the 4 client generating activities, and they are super, super practical. They are the things that you need to sit down every day and do in your business if you want to create clients and create your first 6-figure year. And it really takes away all the overwhelm and stops you from being that octopus on roller skates, helps you to focus. If you have missed any of those, go ahead and look right here in the guides section of the group and you will find those other 4 steps. And you can review those. But this is step 1 and it actually precedes all of the other steps. So I did do another video on it several weeks ago, but I was traveling at the time and the video wasn't very good quality, so hence doing it again. And also it's such an important step that we can definitely revisit it. So let me share this with you. I've been in this niche and this business for around 8 years now. And when I first launched my business, I was doing coaching and I had a few one-to-one clients, a little bit of success, but it was a struggle and it was feast and famine, to be quite honest. I wasn't making the money that I wanted to, and I was working really, really hard. I didn't know at the time, but I had some skills gaps. I wasn't really focused consistently on the 4 client generating activities. And I was struggling. My sales and my clients were sporadic. Now, I would follow strategies that my coach would give me, and I would have a little bit of success, but it wouldn't ever really create the traction that I wanted or the momentum and the results that I wanted for, I'd have like maybe sporadic results, but nothing ever really felt like it got going. Well, I wondered why this was, and I ended up having a real low point where I was back living in my parents' tiny spare bedroom, going through a divorce and with a mountain of debt because I'd invested in all this coaching and my business and didn't have any clients at the time. And it felt awful. I felt like a huge loser. A really dark time in my life, actually. And back then, success was like getting up, having a shower, taking a walk and eating something, right? So that was kind of the level that I was dealing with at the time. Hi, Julie, good to see you. And I actually went and got a job for a little bit then, and I worked for an animal charity. I was their online marketing chief, and I helped them with their online marketing. And that's where I met my dog Rosie. So everything for a reason. However, I can tell you that was not what I wanted. All I wanted to do was get back to having my own business. And if you have been self-employed and then you've gone and worked in any kind of job, you can probably relate to not perhaps loving it, and you've got the entrepreneur bug. You just want to work for yourself, be your own boss, set your own schedule. Who can relate? Right? So for me, I was a terrible employee in that I didn't really want to be there. I loved the animal charity. I did a good job, but I was secretly plotting my escape and just wanted to get going again with my coaching business. The difference being this time I needed to make it a success. I needed to understand how to get clients. And so I did relaunch. Most of you know this story if you're not brand new. And I first relaunched as a VA around 5 or 6 years ago. Laurie says she can totally relate. Around 5 or 6 years ago, and then I became an online business manager for other six-figure coaches, and I was working behind the scenes on their launches. And then I was doing my own business coaching on the side. In 2019, I fully crossed over to just working full-time in my own coaching business. So I share this with you because what was the difference between the first time I launched my business and really struggled, and the second time where I got the momentum and I got the full schedule of clients and I was able to grow and then create my six-figure year? I really asked myself this question because it's so important, because again, I was doing the strategies, I was doing the stuff, right? And maybe you can relate, maybe you're doing all the things and you're busy, right? It's not for lack of effort or work or trying. So I said, all right, well, what was different? And what I came to was I was different. And what I mean by that is the first time launching my business, I was so new to the industry. I was literally looking at my super glamorous coach, American coach, and I was kind of copying what she was doing a little bit, right? I didn't yet know who I was in this online world and what message wanted to come through me. And so I withdrew through that time when I had a job and I was still doing my business, but I really spent a lot of time in introspection, quiet time, journaling, meditating, walking in nature, time to myself. And going through, what had happened and why my life had collapsed in the way that it had, the divorce and the business failing the first time, right? And so I was asking a lot of questions, and I was so surrendered. I was saying to the universe, okay, I don't know the way. I did my best with my mind and my thinking, and this is what it got me. So you are going to have to show me. I am completely open. What you show me, I will do. And I just kept asking, show me, please be clear. Show me the next step. Show me what you want me to do. I want the universe, whatever you call it, divine, God, whatever you believe in, higher power, purpose, to come through me. And it's almost like, it sounds weird, but you make yourself a clean vessel and you say, okay, what wants to come through me? This is a different level to mind and trying to figure it out. This is a different level to like a human being trying to figure out what they should be doing, right? This actually has very little to do with doing this step. Now, the other 4 steps are all about strategy and doing, right? But this step is about you connecting to your own power, whatever that looks like in your life. And I believe we each have a power in us, but not of us, right? So I believe in spirituality. I believe in a higher power. I believe in the universe. Whatever your beliefs are, there is something that only you can do in the world, in your way. Something that's supposed to come through you, a message, right? You have your business for a reason. And so often there's so much noise out there online and we get overwhelmed with all this noise. And, this guru is saying, do it this way. This guru is saying, do low ticket courses and funnels. This guru is saying, don't. And it's so noisy. And we cannot see the wood for the trees. So this is the step where I encourage you to just get quiet. And it doesn't have to take a long time, but ask each day, what is supposed to come through me that's unique to me? It's different from what everyone else is doing. And you will get guided. And it may not be a big plan laid out step by step. It might just be an intuition to do a certain live that day, or intuition to connect with someone, or an intuition to be part of a certain coaching program, right? But when we are really, really listening, that's when we hear that guidance. And for me, that was the first step in landing in my own power. And so for me at the time, it was get a job, right? Get your finances back on track, and have some quiet time. And then from there, it was like, right, do some VA work, bring some money in. And then it was OBM, and then it was coaching, and then it was take the leap and go full time in your coaching business. And then it was share how to get clients with others, right? That was my path. And it was really, the difference was I felt that I was in my own power. I wasn't copying or trying to be like anyone else. Now, yes, there's still some comparativitis that happens, and I think that's really normal when we're watching all these posts online and we're comparing our insides with someone else's outsides, and they're posting about their success and the highlights, and that can be very damaging. So this is a very personal journey, and it's also very universal. But I want to encourage you to land in your own power, whatever that looks like for you, and work on that. Ask to be guided, but say, well, what does the most powerful version of me look like in my business, in my life? Because people buy from people who have power. And I don't mean like a crazy power wielding corporation or something. I mean personal power, right? It's a very calm place to be when you are landed in your power. You feel grounded, you feel that you can share your message. It doesn't mean there's an absence of fear. It doesn't mean that. It just means that you are having a power come through you that is more than you, right? And you can totally do this. Now, whether you do it through connecting with the divine, whether you do it through some sort of Tony Robbins and empowering yourself up that way, whether it's body language for you, in our programs, we use the archetypes tool. And we talk about shadow and power archetypes. And our power archetypes that we love to talk about are the lover, the queen, the warrioress, and the sorceress, right? And we help you to transform from your shadow archetype, like the child and the prostitute and the victim, into your empowered archetype, and then show up from that energy. And this has been an absolute game changer for a lot of my clients who felt that they perhaps weren't in their personal power as much as they wanted to be. So that's a very, very powerful tool. And it is just a tool. There are many ways to get in contact with your personal power. So I want you to think about it, and I want you to consider how you are showing up and whether you feel that you are coming from your personal power. All right. So this is really what everything starts from, because when we do, that's when the strategy begins to work and we get results, and the sales calls work because people can feel that power. You're not desperate. You're not like needy. You are here contained in your energy and your power. Right. And it's not perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I just want to plant the seed with you. So is this interesting to you? Let me know, because I love all this. I can geek out on this, but I want to know if this is landing for you. And also whether you have any questions about this personal power piece. Do you understand why it's important to be connected to your personal power? So the next piece is claim your confidence, and notice the words I use. So Laurie's off to work. Have a great day too, Laurie. Claim your confidence. I don't say sit there and wait to get hit by a confidence stick and then do your stuff. No, we often think that. We think that we're going to feel confident and then we'll do the thing. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Do the thing, get the confidence. Do the thing, get the confidence, not the other way. So in my programs in Fierce Feminine and Free and in my private coaching, we're always talking about doing the thing that with knees knocking, doing the thing that you're afraid of, right? And that is how you build your confidence. Julie says it makes sense. Good. And that has been my experience over and over again. Julie, can you think of a time where that's been your experience, where you've been afraid of something or something's outside your comfort zone? It can be in your business or your life, and then you've done it. And then you felt confident. You've got the confidence about it when you've done it maybe once, maybe a few times. Can you think of a time when that's been the case? So courage comes from the doing, and courage comes before competence. So courage comes before competence. So often we want to go straight to competence and we're like, give me the steps, just tell me what to do. And it's like, no, you have to get in there into the mess of it and take imperfect action, because experience trumps learning every time. I have clients who have heard me teach a concept like, DMing, or, they've heard me teach about nurturing and building a Facebook group, things like that. And they hear it. And then they go and do it, and they come back and they tell me, oh my God, there are so many things I didn't understand until I did it. And I've heard you say this a million times, Julie, but it was only through the doing that I got to understand and got the feedback, right? And I learned. So courage comes before competence. You've got to just show up with courage and do the thing, even when it feels uncomfortable. Do the thing with knees knocking, and the competence will follow. And that is on any skill you're developing in your business. It's on any up level that you're creating. Okay. And then the final part of this first step is get visible. So that really, again, comes with just showing up and doing the thing. If you're showing up and doing a live every week, you're being visible, right? And it's like an upward spiral of confidence and visibility and personal power. Now, again, there are weeks where it goes down and weeks where it goes up. We're humans, right? That's okay. This is not about being perfect. But I tell you, when you do this and you land in your power, boom, it's going to make such a difference to the strategy that you are applying in your business. I have seen people apply strategies before in their business, and they appear to be doing everything right, but it's still not working. Why? It's often this piece. Now, there are nuances with every strategy that we have to learn and tweak and master. And that's why I always encourage you to play the long game. But for sure, this piece made all the difference to me when I launched my business the second time, and I had just enough personal power that I was able to create clients, and I was able to create my business, and then my 6-figure year, and so on. And now it's what you see today, right? And it was only once I put into place this step first of really asking the universe for guidance and then showing up in my power and being willing, I'm going to say that, to be the most powerful version of myself. And each time choosing to show up that way, not choosing to shrink and hide and go into my lower self, or, my less confident self, which still exists and comes out sometimes. But how am I going to show up in my best power today? How am I going to choose to be confident? How am I going to claim my confidence, and how am I going to be visible? And if you keep that top of mind, step one of the Warrior S framework, anytime that you're doing your strategy, you've got the recipe for success. And I highly recommend you do our 4 client generating activities, which are the other 4 steps of the Warrior S framework. Make sense? Good. So let me know what you got from this. And I'd love for you to think about your own power, how you're showing up, how you can choose to claim your confidence and be visible. And Lorna said she forgot this was happening. That's okay. Happens every Monday at the same time, Lorna, right here in the group. I do encourage you. You're one of my clients already, and I encourage you to attend because it's through repetition that we learn, right? So good to have you here. I'm excited to dive into Fierce Feminine and Free with you. Julie says, the first time she went live, she was not confident, had to do it for a few weeks and get the hang of it and know it. Now I'm going through it again this year, building confidence that I'm building the confidence that clients will come. Yes, Julie, such a good example. And it really is like, you know, so you were afraid that first time you went live, you weren't confident, but you did it. And you did it over and over again. Same with learning how to create clients. Exactly the same. It is a skill. Same with learning to connect with people and nurture them and build relationships. It's a skill, right? You absolutely can learn it and do it and have confidence around it. And I think that's really exciting. So thanks for sharing that. All right, ladies, I appreciate you. I hope this step has been useful. Give the video a heart or a like. If you'd like to find out more about working together, send me a DM. Right now, Fierce Feminine and Free is not open. We have that fully booked. So right now there's a space in my personal private coaching program, and then that will be full. And then the next opportunity to come into Fierce Feminine and Free will be in the autumn. But if you're interested to know more and you want to kind of have a chat, certainly I can get you going with some free resources. We can get you on the right track. And then when the doors open again, you're very, very welcome to dive in. And we can explore what some private coaching might look like too. So those are the opportunities. Reach out with a DM if you'd like to have a little chat. I'm happy to guide you. Not going to jump down your throat and try and sell you something. That's not what we're about here. We're about serving, and some of you come and work with us, which is awesome. So I will see you next time. Bye for now.